Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan.
It just got even cheaper.
And the fashionably late Coach Alexander just rolls in.
Always wants to make an entrance. You know, I think it comes from wanting to pop out of that tunnel before games.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to really do it.
Well, we need to turn the lights off and do some flashing lights.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We are at the Lincoln IGA for their annual pantry food drive. All kinds of prizes to give away, Joe. They got a love seat, a snowman, a pillow, a TV, all kinds of things. You spin the wheel, win a prize. Coach, make sure you get signed up.
Oh, I will.
Pretty.
Have you?
I can't. I'm an employee of KM Communications, so therefore I can't.
He is ineligible.
If you win, can I please have it?
I'm sure it'll be there someday.
We got Coach Alexander in with us for the first time this year. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Already 5 games into the season. We start off the season every year with the Thanksgiving tournament. Coming out of that tournament, winning the tournament at 4-1. Fell short to Muhammad Seymour. They end up losing to Danville, who we beat by 33, and then they lose to Champaign Centennial. 5 games in the season. Are you happy where you're at? Obviously, there's a lot more work to do, but how do you see this team so far?
Well, it's a competitive team. It's a team that right now and it's never going to change. We're short on height. But you got to make up for that with other things that you do on the court. And the one that we're really harping on the kids is the one of, they've got to play defense. And, they've got to make people play a little quicker, get into people. And we've got a lot of work to do there. We've got to guard the ball much better. And, but the kids have been really receptive on what we're doing and everything. So, with the size that we have on the court, we create a lot of problems for our opponent with matchups. So offensively, that doesn't affect us so much, but it's the defensive end and rebounding, the defensive boards is the problems that we're having.
So now you have a little time, during that Thanksgiving tournament, you play obviously Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So there's not a whole lot of downtime where you can work on things that you need to focus on and improve at. You come out Monday night against a Danville team, not a very good team, beat them by 33 or something like that. Then you follow up Muhammad Seymour. And you're talking about size. They got a 6'10 kid going to UTEP. He gave us problem in the middle.
He did, but looking at our schedule, I think Southeast has got a nice sized kid. I think he's 6'9". But other than that, we're going to face the normal 6'4", 6'5" type kids, and but we've got to be able to battle them, and hopefully we can do that. But he had a great game. We didn't stop, we didn't fight that game. I didn't feel, and I think it's an indication of some of the other scores. If you compare scores, that that one got away from us,
right. And
it's also a learning situation for our kids, because I don't think we were focused and mentally prepared to play that game. And I think we can compete with anyone on our schedule, but I also know we can lose to anyone on our schedule. So if our guys are not focused and mentally prepared, because the mental part of basketball or any sport, to me, it's over 50%. If you're prepared to play, you're going to shoot the ball better, you're going to play defense better, you're going to execute better. And, we have to be at the top of our game every night.
You think they had a little bit of a letdown because that first game against Danville, wow. Did they come out, hadn't missed a beat, hit every shot they threw up? Well,
we're going to look really good when we shoot the ball like that.
Right.
But then we didn't shoot the ball very well, and we're going to look like we did Wednesday night. So you got we went from one end of the spectrum to the other. And, we have to know and understand that we have to be consistent on how we're approaching the game and able to play.
Speaking of playing, you got something new this year, playing at the Prairie Capital Convention Center tonight. Explain how this came about. There's games starting at 9 o'clock today, a little lower class like 2A or 1A playing. I think, is it Pleasant Plains or
Calvary
are playing. It all come about, when the Decatur schools came in, it created a problem for us. A couple things. Number one, it just about destroyed the 1450 shootout in Springfield, where they would, the Springfield schools would match up against, outside schools, Chicago schools and things. And, you know, with the new alignment in our conference, we have 10 teams, which if we play a round robin is 18 games. That created the problem for us in the situation that we're only guaranteed so many non-conference games. If you look at the schedule by IHSA rules, we're only allowed to play 3 tournaments and 16 games. Well, we've got 18 conference games. So we have to play a tournament with our conference schools to be able to get all our conference games in, which us playing 6 teams and 5 games, the outside schools, the Decatur schools, Chatham, Lincoln, Jacksonville, Rochester, we get 3 non-conference games, where the city schools playing their tournament only has 3 games, so they're only going to get 1 non-conference game. So they didn't want to waste it on the shootout. So, and I think it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
you know,
I do.
The whole area, you know, the schools can really get a look at, you know, all 10 schools today.
If you're a basketball nut, I think it's $5 for all day long.
$5 for all day, and I'm not sure. I think you can probably come and go.
Yeah, but
you know,
they're going to give you a wristband and you can come in and out.
Yeah, you know, I think that's. But anyway, you know, that's how we had to come about, and the city schools didn't want to waste their 1 non-conference game on that shootout, and if they didn't play in the shootout, it was basically going to fizzle. So it was kind of a partnership between 1450 and the Central State 8 that helped keep it alive, but yet I think it's a good kickoff to our conference.
Should we go over all day and watch, or no?
Will I?
Yeah.
Coach Greg, Coach Farmer, and
some of the understudies.
Some of those guys.
Right.
But we're going to have a film after today. Our scouting films. Not saying we're not going to scout more, but we're pretty much. We went and saw Normal West last night, so we're pretty much covered until 1st of February with teams that we're going to play, except for the Collinsville tournament, and I don't think the pairings will be out till probably the 20th of December.
So. First conference game against Jacksonville. Scheduled tip-off time 7:30. That could be later.
It could be. One of the things that I have is I've seen them play the shootout down there, and I know they run it every half an hour, and then if they get behind, they only give you 10 minutes to warm up. And I don't think, as important as these games are, that that's the proper way to do. You know, because they are counting in our conference standings, you know, to spread that game out to 1:45 to where your tip-off times are more accurate, because I don't think you're going to be fair to the schools by giving them 10-minute warm-up.
Just pushing them through.
Through when the importance of the game for the first round of the conference, for first game, the kickoff game.
Well, not only conference games, but you guys right now, you're fighting for that top seed in the Collinsville tournament, like you said, Coach. You know, you got several games between now and the 20th before those pairings come out. Have you, obviously you've probably looked over some film with Jacksonville. They probably don't have their big guy in the middle like they used to, do they? Or how are they looking?
He's gone, but they've got nice size. They've got good. They start 3 sophomores. They're a team of the future, but don't take that. The sophomores can really play. Brady Hayes played last year. Was a really good player as a freshman, a great shooter. They've got shooters around the perimeter, and if we don't want to guard today, they'll light us up. They can really shoot it. They have a new coach in Sean Taylor, who was at Quincy for several years and has won a state championship at Shelbyville. Been at Macomb and was took that team to the Elite 8. An outstanding coach, individual, a good friend. But he's made Jacksonville with his knowledge and style of play very, very tough to beat. I don't care if they are freshmen and sophomores, and you know, but they are really, really good young kids. They've got a nice senior in Johnny Peak. And 1 junior. They started junior, a senior, and 3 sophomores. And, you know, your sophomores, you know, you can survive with a sophomore on the floor if you've got good senior leadership. But to have only 1 senior on the floor, I think that's going to be tough. But he's a really good player. I believe he might be have some relation to the Kaufmans.
Who's the senior?
Johnny Peak.
Oh, Johnny Peak.
Are you with us? Or?
Yeah, but I missed which one's here. Lonergan plays, doesn't he?
Who?
Lonergan?
Yeah, and I believe he's probably got hurt in football, didn't he?
He got hurt early.
So I don't know how. But he's a good athlete. One of the things that they'll want to do is they want to be, Coach Taylor's even come out, we want to be the most physical team in the Central State 8. And that's being pretty physical because we've got a lot of physical teams.
How important is it to get, you talked about the tournament, the holiday tournament, how important is it to get that top seed in that tournament?
Well, you want to play somebody where you get into the winner's bracket to where you don't have to go the little gym. You want to stay out of the little
it's
gym.
Little.
Stay out of the little gym.
It's got about 3 rows of bleachers on each side, and you want to be able to stay in the main gym, and then
is that all according to the first game?
It's all accordingly. I think if you win your first game, you'll play all your games in the big gym. So, you want to play 16, but looking at the teams down there, there's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of teams right now that are still undefeated. They've got 4 or 5 St. Louis teams over there this year that they haven't had. They're all doing very well. So. For us to get the top seed will be pretty tough to do, but you want to try to be in the top 4.
Now, do they take in consideration past success? Because we've always, we won it there last year. Boyd had always had pretty good success at the Collinsville tournament, or is it strictly based on this year's schedule, or not any?
Well, they base it on the team. This year's team's got the one that has to play,
right?
And it'll be based on. Our record, who we've played, and basically who Collinsville wants to match us up with. That's the way it works.
They never stay friendly over there.
The years that we've been going there, we've never ever played Collinsville game 1.
No,
and they seem to kind of be in that gym the whole time. So
looking at all the teams there and looking at us, if you look at us, it's not like that we can beat anybody just by visual.
Right.
So this could be a year that we be in Collinsville's bracket, where I think they feel like they could, have the easiest chance to get the championship game. East St. Louis has lost twice, but they've got a 6'10" kid that's really good. Southeast is a good team. They've lost twice. Quincy's 3-0. They haven't played anybody. MacArthur 3-0. McClure North is 3 or 4-0. So Belleville Althoff, who's probably going to be the number 1 seed. They're very good. They had a lot of young kids last year, and those kids have grown, and they picked up a transfer from Cahokia. So they is no doubt in my mind, will be number 1. And, I think they played Mount Vernon last night, who was undefeated, and that was their opening game of their conference, and I hadn't seen a score on that one. So
we'll pick one up from Shaner, because he informed me he is doing some color for the radio now, so I bet that's very colorful.
Well, he's nice. Trying to follow after you.
They hope they have a bleep button.
He needs to lose weight then. That's funny.
You're nice. You're nice. All right, Coach, practice today at noon, or a little shoot-around to get them ready?
Shoot-around, and it'll be a quicker win than normal because, we're going to get down to see, I think the first game is Sacred Heart and Rochester, and we've got both of them coming up here, the next 2 conference games after today.
Sacred Heart bound to be a little rusty tonight.
Well, they've had one game.
Just get those guys back.
They're playing Rochester. I don't know if that was just set up. So
that might work
both
out
of them, it might be. They might be hiking the ball through their leg or something,
or beat up each other.
I'm sure it'll be a physical game. So,
well, that game, Lincoln's scheduled to tip off at 7:30. You can catch all the action here on 96.3 FM with the voice of the Railers, Jeff Benjamin, Josh Komnick. Pre-game usually starts about 20 minutes before tip-off, but we don't know when tip-off's going to be. And if they're running behind, heck, we could be tipping off at 9. But just stay tuned, and they'll bring all the play-by-play action. Well, Coach, thanks for coming in for the first time of the season. I know you like getting up bright and early, and come talk to two doofuses. The third one, I don't know where he's at.
Jake's gone. What do you mean by
Jake's
two?
gone. So
Jake's Christmas shopping.
He's not Christmas
we don't know what Jake's doing. All right, Coach, thanks for coming in, and we will see you tonight at Springfield. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats. Joe Ryan, Scott Kirby, can't say my last name.
Who are you again?
Scott Kirby. We're at IGA for their annual Lincoln Food Pantry donation and prize giveaway. Coach Al leaving.
Getting out of here.
I wonder if he signed up.
He probably won a prize already.
I wish we could win some prizes.
Prize winner.
They got looks like Jake, he donated, I'm assuming this is from Jake, a love seat and an end table. Got a cute little snowman there. That looked good by your tree there,
That
Joe.
snowman is delicious.
A pillow, a 32-inch TV. I didn't hang my Christmas lights this year. I got out of it. That means in
What do you
July
mean
I'm
this
not
year? I
taking
thought
them.
those lights of yours were on 3-year plans.
I should have just left them up. But
Why wouldn't you just leave him up?
well, I don't know. I should have.
Hey, Santa's going to be here too, right?
Yeah, Santa's here, 10 to 1. Jeff number 2 and Jim, they're going to be here till
real
1.
radio hosts. They're real.
Yeah, we're just warming up for them. You know,
Yeah, we're the first
the
band.
real superstars. We're the opening
first
act.
band, yeah, opening
that
act.
nobody shows up to or listens to.
We get them all, crowd all warmed up.
Booing us off stage to get to the big dogs.
There'll be a crowd out there in those plate glass windows staring in here at those guys, wanting to see them.
Lloyd, the cameraman, he's manning the camera. He's also manning the Twitter account. If you want to win a large one-topping pizza from Stuffteria, and if you have a Twitter account or sign up for a Twitter account, that's at WLCN Sports. Question is, you're going to have to earn it today.
Uh-oh.
If you can tweet.
If you can tweet. One thing.
The question is, name 5 former Railer basketball players that went on to play college basketball or some organized basketball of some sort, Division 1, 2, 3, whatever, and where they played. You're going to win a large one-topping pizza from Stuffteria. It's pretty simple.
That's pretty good.
We've had several kids go on and continue their careers.
Look at Lloyd go to town on that phone with those thumbs.
And Lloyd, you cannot win. You cannot tweet.
He's entering right now.
He's tweeting himself. But yeah, name 5 former Lincoln Railer basketball players that went on and played college basketball. Can you do that? Oh, yeah. I mean, you can do that in your
Think about
sleep.
it, probably get it done.
Yeah. We don't have a phone line, so you can't call in, but you can tweet. And
Or you can call. Just be aggravating.
You'll never get through. Or you'll get through, but not on air anyway.
No, you won't. Hey, what are we missing too? There was something else we were going to tell them about. What was the grand prize up here? Did we say that? I'm lost today. I can't think. I thought there was a grand prize, big prize up here today. We'll check that out and tell you after this next commercial.
Yeah.
But anyway, come up and see Santa. 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Kids,
IGA.
Santa Claus is in town.
That's right. Now, not long. I think he's going back to the workshop.
Well, yeah, he's got other stops to make.
Because you know the elves are sleeping in and doing nothing today.
Oh, no, they're plugging away.
If Santa's gone, the elves are laying around. What would you do?
They better be making toys.
I'll guarantee they slept in.
So get your kids on out here, see Santa, sign up for this huge giveaway. Lisa, the Fix 96 girl, prize girl's here. You can spin the wheel.
In the house.
In the house. You can spin the wheel. I'm not sure what you can win, but there's all kinds of things on there. It's like Wheel of Fortune is what it is.
You can't miss it right when you walk in.
If you walk in, you're going to win something.
Let's talk college football.
Let's do. Did you watch that game last night, Oregon?
As much of it as I can take.
They're pretty good.
Yes, they are. But, boy, Arizona looked bad. What were they doing in that game? What was the final, 51-13 or something?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Really, Oregon could have scored 75 points on them. They had a few, were down in the red zone and didn't get in, and it was their own fault, not Arizona's. Arizona didn't stop them.
Yeah.
I would say that kind of assures Oregon of a spot.
Absolutely.
Of one of those 4 teams.
Well, let's go over those 4 teams. Big announcement tomorrow. The 4 top teams that are the new playoff bracket, which I love. Wouldn't mind if they even extended it next year to 8.
Oh, absolutely. It would make college football so much more fun, I think.
And it'd be less question. If you can't be top 8 in the nation, then you really don't have any beef, But so let's look over those. Obviously, Oregon, they're going to be up there.
Well, today at 3 o'clock, you got Alabama and Missouri. Alabama.
And that's a team that kind of just snuck back in there. 5-6 weeks ago, they weren't really even in the picture because they lost. And
yeah, everybody gets a loss.
Yeah.
And there you go. They lose track of you. But I think
it all evens out at the end.
I think Alabama is very good.
Alabama is always very good.
Yeah, you think Oregon can beat Alabama?
No.
I don't think so either.
Alabama's just too big up front, and Oregon's more of a finesse, quick team.
If you watch that game last night, Mariota's he's a lot like Kaepernick. He wants to run that zone read. They want to run jet sweep, and he's most effective running the football. I think teams that can spy him and keep him from running the football. I don't think he throws very well. Now he could prove me wrong. He had a couple of good balls last night, but I think if you shut him down and you make him throw the football, I think you can beat him, and I think Alabama could do that. And they're gonna run over you too, running the football. So I think Alabama would beat Oregon.
A game that kind of intrigues me, I think it'd be fun to watch. Oregon TCU.
Yeah, TCU's fun to watch.
Kind of the same type of football, run and gun. Let's get out, spread it, and let's go.
And they're playing Iowa State.
They're
today.
playing Iowa State. And then you got Florida State. Who are they playing today?
They're playing Georgia Tech. Florida State, the team everybody loves to hate. And you know what? They just keep winning.
They do, and they love to hate them just because of, I guess, Winston.
Let's face it, sure.
Off the field antics, it's...
You can't defend him any on what's went on. You're a Heisman winner, right, as a freshman.
Freshman.
You're a freshman Heisman winner. To me, boy,
What were you doing at 19?
Well, I was most likely an idiot. I'm almost 40 now. I still am.
But you were an idiot that wasn't under the spotlight.
True, but you know what? I'm sorry, but yes, he's young, and yes, you make mistakes, and yes, you can do this. But I'm sorry, but he has been put into a different spotlight, and he needs to hire a life coach and someone that is taking care of him. I don't know what you've done to that microphone, but somebody, he's got to be responsible for a lot of these actions, a lot of dumb stuff that he's done because, kids are looking up to him. He's a Heisman winner. Whether you want that, I'm a guy that says whether you want all that or not, you have it.
You have it.
You got into this. This is what has happened, and now you deal with it. Don't be saying, "Hey, I don't need this responsibility." Like
everybody wants it. Well, you're growing up. I want to play in the NFL. I want to win.
I still want to.
And you still can, Joe. The dream is still alive.
That's why my mom keeps telling me. She said, "I think you can, Joe.
You can be whatever
you
want,
in the NFL,
Joe."
My only shot at the NFL is jumping out of those stands one time and running across that field and getting tackled by security.
Hey, we got a winner. We got Chris Gazda.
Chris Gazda.
She's there's a tweeter. Brian Cook, U of I. Corey Farmer, UIS. Ed Bolby, Lincoln College. Max Cook, University of Missouri, St. Louis. Chris Bunch, Robert Morris.
There you go. Forgot about Bunch going to Robert Morris. Just saw him.
Yeah, he was at the tournament.
Yeah, he's an athlete. Yeah,
he was. Yeah, we've had really good basketball players go through Lincoln program, and the list is endless. You got Joey Olden. They played Lincoln College the other night. Hit a buzzer beater to win it. Did you go to that game?
No, I didn't go, but I saw that somebody Garrett brought it home and had it on a video.
Yeah. Joey Olden matched up against Bolby,
taking down
Donofsky.
Bolby and Donofsky.
Yeah, hit a game-winning three-pointer.
I think those guys strong-armed him outside afterwards, beat him up a little bit.
Hey, that's awesome. I wish I could have made it, but there were several people there. I've seen some pictures, saw people in the background. Seen old Tony T. He was there. Tony Thomas.
Oh yeah, Tony T. He gets it.
Yeah, but so that's pretty awesome. So congratulations. Where can they pick this up at, you think?
Well, if they want to pick it up during the week, they can pick it up in my office.
All right, we're going to have this up at, if our cameraman can retweet. Can you retweet somebody that tweeted
retweet?
Or reply or text message or something?
Did you find that Buccaneer coat walking in today? Was somebody leave that out front?
Well, look at that Phillies hat. It's got a little P with the Santa hat on it. Isn't that cute?
That's nice.
And a Santa Claus holding a bat.
You know what? You're fun, Lloyd.
You are.
Lloyd's of London.
Yeah.
Come out and see Lloyd's of London. We never mentioned coming out and seeing him. Give him a pat on the back. Stuff a couple of bucks in his pocket. He's got a big coat on. He can always use the money.
Yeah. He's got a. I'm surprised he doesn't have a little red bucket.
Yeah, sitting right by him.
But
Lloyd's Christmas.
Yeah, you can pick that pizza up at Joe's Country Financial.
He knows where I am.
Any day but Saturday and Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Are you open Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Smarty?
I don't know,
the only
Joe.
thing that is, those little Smarty candies are fun and entertaining, but that's it.
They taste
You're
good,
not.
but I don't.
That's right. You're a bit sour.
Well.
I saw Jeff number 2's in the house now. Look at him over there.
Jeff, he's manning the prize table.
What do you think he's getting done? Look at him.
Nothing. Well, they're going on here in about a half hour or so, but we're here to talk sports.
Okay, so we're going to go back. The game we left out there is K-State and Baylor. And I've been a Baylor Bear fan all year, too. I think they're exciting.
Yeah, they're
football
fun
team
to watch, too.
But when you narrow it all down, of those teams, who are your 4 picks?
I'd say Oregon, Alabama, TCU, Florida State.
Yeah, I don't see. A lot of people are talking about Florida State getting beat tonight, and we were on that subject about how they're the team that everybody loves to hate. But the truth of the matter is that these guys win.
They haven't lost, and they're just barely hanging on.
Yeah, they just win games.
Yeah,
and I'm not a Florida State fan either, but boy, they win. You can't take that away from them. That kid has never lost a game.
No. And you would love to jump on the bandwagon, but you can't.
Yeah, because we all would. If there wasn't so many dark clouds around it, we would all jump on the bandwagon with them. I mean, yeah.
Who's better college quarterback, Winston or Cam Newton?
I thought Cam was. It's fizzled now, but I thought Cam was. I say this Winston can't be. When you look at all those quarterbacks, it brings you back to Oregon's Mariota. And just don't think he throws the ball well, but I don't know. You're going to have those guys like Bortles. So you're going to have those guys that pop in from a team that's not in the spotlight that really kind of ran a pro-style offense that's going to step in somewhere and play. There always is. I loved Bortles. I wish the Big Red would have went out and got him.
They need him now, don't they?
Yeah, and I wish they would have went out and got him when he was out there and they could have taken a shot on him. I liked him. We left the team out of this. We weren't talking about really, but Ohio State. What's look where they are, and they're going to be in the spotlight with Wisconsin for that Big Ten championship, and
they're not even really in the.
And they've got their quarterback's out.
Yeah.
Now I've heard that the guy that's going to play quarterback for them, the kid, is an All-American. I don't know anything about him, but somebody said he's huge, 6'9" or something. Lloyd,
6'9",
a great big kid. That's All-American in high school, and this and that. And that's the guy that's going to make the start. You're going to put him in that spotlight. You can't help but think Wisconsin's going to win that game. You lose your quarterback against Wisconsin, they'll have all kinds of they'll blitz him all day long, and they'll have all the lineups up top confused. And
well, I'm sure Ohio State's game plan is get it out of his hands quick, hopefully get the running game going. But Wisconsin's
sure Wisconsin's going to come up and put 8 in the box and say, hey,
beat us.
You can't run and try to throw.
Yeah.
We'll go in man coverage and see if you can get it there.
Well, hey, you can catch that game tonight about 7:17.
Yeah, great day for football.
On Fox. Great day for football. Kansas State at Baylor at 6:45 on ESPN. The Oregon game was last night.
And wasn't any fun.
Wasn't much of a game to watch. Alabama versus Missouri today at 3 on CBS.
Well, let's talk about that. There are people that think Missouri can beat Alabama. I just don't see that happening.
I don't either. And Iowa State versus TCU at 11 o'clock on ABC. So, if you're a college football fan, some good, important,
this is kind of your last weekend
to
have
today.
Football all day Saturday and football all day Sunday.
Well, I guess.
It kind of is.
I'm done with football. We'll talk about that.
Oh, boy.
We'll talk about the NFL after break briefly. So let's take another commercial break. We come back. We'll talk some NFL. Whatever else. Maybe start talking some hockey.
Huh?
How about some hockey?
All right.
All right, stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. Welcome back. Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. And if you're not by radio, you can get on a computer. WLCNonline.com. We're streaming live all over the world.
If you're not by radio, what's wrong with you? This is the morning show.
For those of you in Mexico, hola, listening.
Wow, that was pretty good.
That's all I got. Hola.
¿Cómo está usted? Muy bien.
Gracias.
That was for them now. Oh, and they're starting to tweet in now.
Oh, I cannot. We need a translator.
Hey, before we go on, speaking of Christmas, Lincoln Theater 4 had a free showing last night of Chevy Chase.
Christmas Vacation. How was that?
It was awesome.
A lot of people
the
there?
place was packed. All you had to do was go in and buy some popcorn and a pop. And I want to give a shout out there to David Letterman. That was a great idea. Everybody wants something free, I know, and he's in business, but I'm sure you can make a little money off the popcorn. But the place was packed, and they had a second showing. It was packed, all coming in, and a lot of laughs. And there's something about that movie. It's so well done.
Oh, it's a classic.
Even though you know it's all coming, you still laugh at it. You've heard it a thousand times.
I've watched it twice already this year.
It was good stuff last night. Hats off to the Lincoln Theater 4.
They're always doing something like that. Back in the day, I don't know if they still do it. They used to have Monday Night Football out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
you told me just didn't get crowds unless
the Bears or
Packers play.
And boy, when I was there for a Bears-Cowboys game, that place was jam-packed, and it was fun.
Maybe America's team. You think anybody come if they had America's team?
Well,
just me.
I hope they didn't have Thursday night's game because that was brutal.
This Thursday night, though, the Big Red go to talk to the Rams, so we're going to see what's going on there.
The Rams are looking pretty solid.
I know.
And your Big Red, they're kind of hurting right now, Joe. I hate to say it.
Well, I got to tell you, man, the injury bug has got us. You lose your quarterback. Ellington's now dinged a little bit, so we got a third-string running back in there that reminds me of Terry Metcalf. Pooley, I know you know that guy. This guy's number 23, but he runs like Terry Metcalf. He's got the ball all over the place. Scares me he's going to fumble, but he's quick, athletic. We're dinged up on defense. We're going to lose Ty Matthew now. He's got a broken finger. We lost all those guys on the line.
Is that the Golden Badger?
The Honey Badger.
The Honey Badger.
The Honey Badger's going to maybe miss 2 games. You got Fitz out for a couple of games. Really, we can't move the ball and score, and the Chiefs scare me because they are playing well now. Yeah, we have problems. It's just injuries.
Yeah.
You don't have them, and it scared me for a little bit. We lose our third running back. We're gonna have to go out there and get somebody. I guess Ray Rice sitting.
So Ellington's done?
No, he's
because I've got him in fantasy
dinged.
and on 2 leagues, and he's killing me.
He's dinged. Yeah.
He's dinged.
Yeah,
You guys always. What happened to the running back that you had every year? Always hurt.
Edgar
Ryan.
James?
Well, it wasn't Ryan Matthews.
Ryan Matthews was the Packers, wasn't he?
No, he was with San Diego.
Oh yeah, he was.
What was his name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Can't even think of it.
Williams.
Nico Noga.
No,
Nico Noga.
Wasn't Nico Noga.
Nico Noga.
But he was like the up and coming running back, but he was always hurt.
Yes, I can't think of his name right now.
It's like
either.
Matthews or Williams.
He was hurt in college, and we took a shot on him, and wasn't he a Penn State boy? I can't remember now. Can't remember. You're right though. He was hurt.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything out of him.
No.
Hung around for a little bit, and that was it. And I got to tell you, I'm a big Red fan. If Carson Palmer's still there, we're all right.
Think so?
Yeah. And Fitz, people don't understand. Everybody in the beginning of the year was going, Fitz, he doesn't do anything. He's washed up. He's this, that. No, he's not. He's in double coverage, freeing everybody else up.
Right.
And when he came out of the game, now they didn't have to double cover anyone, and our passing game went down. We have a new quarterback that's trying to get reads. It went bad. Bruce Arians is still positive, though. He says that we're okay. And we are. We have to get another couple of wins, though, and that scares me because you're not getting in with 10.
4 games left?
You're not getting in with 10 in the NFC.
No.
You need 11.
Well, too bad you weren't in the NFC South. You could get in with maybe 6 wins.
And how sickening is that to let that South get in? Get
they should
10
just
wins
eliminate
and the South
it.
gets in.
Just get rid of the South. Don't even if you.
Hey,
Tampa Bay's still alive, I think.
Speaking of things going south, let's talk about the Bears.
The Bears. I don't even know that I can muster up enough energy to talk about the Bears.
They're ugly, boy.
Luckily, I was in Jacksonville Thursday night at a JV game. They had their first game in Jacksonville, so I didn't watch 1 second of the game. Boy, they're just bad. Just
Cutler's
absolute.
bad.
That locker room's lost.
Jerron's bad.
Who?
Or what's his name?
Tressman?
Yeah, Tressman.
Jerron was like 15 years ago. But now Brandon Marshall's out for the season. Lance Briggs is out for the season.
You know what they've lost? To me, the Bears have lost continuity.
They've lost the edge.
Leadership, something.
Yeah. Jay Cutler is not a leader.
No. As a matter of fact, he's a problem.
Lance Briggs is not
Jeff
a leader.
George in a Bear uniform.
They don't have a leader. Matt Forte is a leader by example, but that only gets you so far. Brandon Marshall.
Morning.
Brandon Marshall tries to be a leader, but how serious do you take him?
You can't.
Bringing in Jared Allen, it's his first year. You'd think maybe he could step up, but he hasn't had a year. He hasn't had a good year. It's just bad all
disarray.
Around. It's embarrassing.
Yes. Yeah. I see you've got your Blackhawk gear.
Yeah, I'm done
with it.
I'm done. I've been done with the Bears for a while.
Well, now hang on. There's still a Super Bowl and stuff coming up. Arizona at home.
My fantasy football teams stink. I can't hit a parlay. Football. It's hockey season. How's that?
Well, for those of us that are still watching, the Seahawks are at the Eagles at 3 o'clock this weekend. Wow, is that a great game?
Seahawks don't play well away from Seattle, and they've been it's hard to follow up. Phillies, they're
very hard to follow up, and the Eagles are playing well.
Eagles are playing real well.
They'll get to Sanchez. I still say Sanchez is putting a system right now that's kind of helping him. They do that hurry up offense and get everybody a line of scrimmage, and that way, Sanchez still has his helmet on, still has the microphone on. He can still listen to the coach tell him what to do. So when they get up there, because it hasn't shut off yet, he's getting help from up top on what to look for.
Right.
So that's helping him be a better quarterback. But you can certainly tell when they shut that off and Sanchez has got to do it on his own, he makes mistakes. I think Seattle will beat them this weekend. Other good games out there, the Chiefs-Cardinals, that's a great game. The Patriots and Chargers. Who doesn't like Tommy Brady? And what a game that was last weekend, Bears-Patriots.
They didn't play
Packers and Patriots. What a great game.
Green Bay, man, they're looking good. Aaron Rodgers is
just stands around and does whatever. Makes it look easy.
Yeah.
And we know it's not.
And
he makes it look easy. Everything's in slow motion for him.
He's not ever under duress. It's just, I don't know. I'm jealous.
We've got Tampa Bay is at Detroit, and we're going to go live now to Lloyd's of London. Lloyd, can Tampa Bay play at Detroit this weekend? Their buses are going to start. They're going to be flown in.
They'll be there.
Are they getting smoked?
Well, they're 2-10. I mean, they can. They're mathematically not even out of it yet.
Thanks for coming in.
If they win the next 4 games, that gives them 6 wins. They can still get in the playoffs.
Is there a chance they get in, Lloyd?
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
Yeah, there is a chance.
Nothing wrong with that. In the AFC over there, you got the Steelers and the Bengals. That's a good game.
That's a great game.
Steelers and the Bengals. Skins and Rams that'll be a good game. Father George. Giants and Titans, who cares? They should just flip a coin and those two teams stay home and save money and the fans get their money back. Who would want to go watch the Giants and the Titans? That'll be interesting. There'll be nothing but parents and family at that game.
It's probably be blacked out. They still have that rule, blackout rule. If you don't sell out, it's blacked out. I thought they lifted that. Did they lift that?
I think they lifted it. I think eventually, like I said, they're going to go to smaller stadiums.
Jacksonville was never on TV.
I bet they're pushing you to one side of the stadium. We're not going to clean the whole thing. You guys go right here in this area.
That Jacksonville stadium's huge. I was there a year ago, and they do block out seats. They had tarps. They had one whole horseshoe blacked out with it said Jacksonville Jaguar. All of it blacked out.
They don't want to have to go clean your mess up.
Yeah. And it was the Georgia-Florida game, and they actually had to open it up because that place was packed full. But, yeah, it's pretty neat.
The Ravens and Dolphins is a good game.
Yeah, both 7-5.
Miami's playing well right now.
Yeah. How about Baltimore Ravens? Their defensive tackle just got busted for illegal substance abuse.
Oh, yeah, he did. That's right. 4 game suspension.
4 game suspension. Are these guys going to get it? I mean, you're going to get caught.
Did they say what he done?
He said it was Anadrol or something like that, but
probably rubbing it under his armpits.
Yeah, he didn't deny it. I mean, he said he messed up, but what the NFL. I mean, they know you have to know you're going to get busted sooner or later. Because it's just a hot topic right now, and it's under the microscope. So why do it?
You'd think if you were in the NFL, you'd be on your best behavior right now.
You think everybody's looking for that edge.
First Citizen of the Year is here. How are you, sir? Congratulations. I think that the next game on the bracket we were going to jump into was the Colts and Browns. That's a good game.
That's a good game.
Now let's talk about Johnny Manziel.
Why?
Well, because he got in that game last week, He got in that game last week, and he went zippity, zip right down the field for 6. And Hoyer, you could tell, was just sitting over there going, holy cow, what have I done? I let him in the game, and he took him right down for 6. And then did you see the ball snap over his head, and he just laid on his back in the end zone? It was hysterical.
I didn't watch it.
You know what?
I don't get to lay around and just watch football all day, Joe.
He's a showman.
There comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus.
He's got a bag full of
IG
goodies.
Lane.
It's Santa Claus.
Thanks for coming in, Santa.
Fist pump. It's a handshake now, or a fist pump.
Well, we were talking about, we think the elves are probably sleeping in. If you're gone, they won't be working.
No, they got to have supervision.
Yep, that's what I thought. You can't trust them.
Well, that's why you leave the missus at home, to kind of whip them in shape and, get those toys made. Look at this young
Batman,
man.
come on in.
How you doing?
Look there.
Santa! Yes, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. What you think?
What are you getting for Christmas this year? Come on in here so we can see you.
Yeah.
You got to get up in here.
Apparently you like Batman, right? Yes. Yeah?
What about Robin? You don't even know who Robin is, do you? They left him out. You know who Robin is?
It's a sidekick, right?
Batman. What are you getting for Christmas?
Or what do you want for Christmas? Hopefully Santa Claus is going to bring it.
Yeah.
I want to ask him a question.
Santa? Okay, go ahead. Ask him a question.
He's going to give you a candy cane.
Look at that.
I guess you
Where did you meet the elves?
Where'd I leave them?
No, where did you meet them?
Meet them? Oh, they showed up one day.
It's right out of your mouth.
They just showed up and they said it looks like you need help. And I said, well, I sure do. They just dropped right in.
They're magical.
They're volunteers. They don't get paid. They just work regular.
What was your job before you?
Before I became Santa? I can't remember anything but being Santa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are some good questions.
That was a good question.
That was.
For you fans out there.
As old as I am. Yeah. So I should be able to lay back and relax.
Yeah.
Maybe I can talk to somebody like you into taking over.
Would you do that?
That'd be good.
All right.
You seem like a good boy. I bet you get what you want this year. What do
You been
want
good?
This year?
I wanted a green Zuma Dino.
Oh man, that's a good toy.
The Green Zuma Dino.
Greens, that's the hot toy this year. The dino that moves around and
that was a question I'd never heard. Santa, what did you do before you were Santa?
That's a
good question.
That's deep.
That's deep.
All set.
You guys taking pictures over here. Look at them.
Smile.
Facebook updates.
How about a selfie? No selfies.
Jump in, get a picture of Santa. Come on.
Oh, I don't know. Those guys look like they're on the naughty list. They're up to no good.
Might be some problems there.
We know they are.
Twice.
Yeah.
Find out. Well, you guys have a great day.
All right, Sandy.
Santa, you're hanging around, right?
Oh yeah, for about 3 hours.
I'll go check on the elves. You need those cameras back there at the North Pole so you can see what they're doing.
Check in.
Like you got at your house.
Yeah. You just pull it up.
Like that would keep track of them. It's hard enough,
They got smartphones at the North Pole.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus.
He has came to town right down IGA Lane.
He is the man.
Sing the song. Here comes Santa Claus. Come on, man. You don't sing anything. That's why some fans call in about that. They say,
if that Kirby would
why
sing
won't
a
he
little
sing
bit more.
anything?
Well, I'll sing that. You sing your mission mark.
I sing
jingle.
whatever you sing.
Well, while we're on the subject, let's thank some of our sponsors. We don't do that enough, Joe. And if it wasn't for them,
we don't.
If it wasn't for them, this high priority classy show wouldn't exist. We got to thank Jake over at Jake's Furnishings, Jim Grimaldi, criminal defense attorney, the Christian Village, Eaton Corporation, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln College, Timbercrest Veterinary Service PC in Atlanta and Lincoln, Fricky Calvert Schrader Funeral Homes, Community Action, Schneider Chiropractic Center, Blow No Smoke, Mission Mart in Lincoln, the Lincoln Hampton Inn Hotel, and last but not least, Joe Ryan Country Financial. Thank you, Joe.
Boy, you know what? You're certainly welcome. I need to help pay your wages. If you'll sing more, I might pay more.
Okay. Well, we'll lose some listeners.
And as always,
some listeners.
Special thanks to the Hampton Inn for their treats they gave us today. Sausage and eggs.
Omelets, and bagels, biscuits, muffins.
A congratulatory out.
Chris Gazza wins
won
a free pizza.
Next week, we're at P&M Communications. I think that's 616 North Chicago Street. Everybody knows where P&M is, but that's where we're going next week. We might have some high-tech stuff there.
Yeah.
I think they'll pull out high-tech stuff for P&M, show off a little bit. They've got so they got some great TVs there. For those people that don't, everybody wants to go to the big box stores. Let's go to Springfield. Let's go to these other places, which I'm not going to mention. But, P&M's got some great deals in there.
Oh, I'm
Good
sure,
TVs,
yeah.
great deals. You can buy it local. They're right there to help you if something goes wrong. They're right here in town. They'll send a service guy by.
If I was looking for a TV, that's where I'd go.
When aren't we looking for TV? As humans, we're always looking for TVs.
Well, until mine breaks.
We always want a bigger one.
I know.
How
I
big is
mentioned
it?
that to my wife, too. I'm like, you know what? Look good up there, about a 65-inch.
Yeah.
She didn't like that idea.
Well, she's not the boss, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Well,
this is live radio. You better say she is. I set you up there
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. See,
I know.
Yeah.
I know how you are.
I know. But
You're,
any
why don't you give us a little update on your you went to the JV game.
Yeah,
Tell us a bit about it.
JV looked pretty good. Came out, we got some freshmen stepping up, some sophomores. First game, it looking pretty good over in Jacksonville at the Bowl. Beat Jacksonville by about 20, 24 points, somewhere in there. So, it's just a process. They'll be ready to step up at the varsity level next year, and maybe some of those older kids can contribute this year a little bit. You never know. This all depends.
Yeah, it's all about with that basketball team. You notice the kids that obviously the more you play, the better you get in anything. And you could tell at Lincoln in the beginning we had some kids on the court that hadn't played a whole lot.
Right.
They got to get that under their belt, and that's like I say. I think this team is going to be fine. They're going to get. You get through, especially when you get to that holiday tournament and you get all those games in, you play in front of that crowd, you get that pressure going. When you head into January and February, I think Lincoln's going to be they're going to be a good basketball
And you got to remember this Thanksgiving tournament. That you have games. I mean, you're playing 5 games in a matter of 3 days or whatever it is, and you're practicing in between. You're just getting off 2-a-days, so you're tired, you're run down, you're ready to start playing. So it comes Friday night, Saturday, they're probably a little bit tired. Now you're playing maybe 1 or 2 games a week. You can work on what you need to work on during practice, and I think they're just going to get better as like you said, Joe, as the year goes on. They're going to get more comfortable with the system. They're going to realize what their role is on that team, and it might take a little time for them to gel, but no doubt in my mind they're going to do it.
Yeah, and before we get away from here, I'd like to congratulate the Rochester Rockets and Sacred Heart Griffin on their state championships again.
And also the WLB girls basketball team made it back to state.
Yeah, they play today?
I think so.
They play today.
Coach Froby and the girls over there, congratulations. That's 3 years in a row, is that right? Yeah.
I wouldn't know that, but
Yeah,
I'd have to go with you on that. And my buddy Murph over at Wilmington, they got a state championship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
that was a good
beating
game.
Williamsville,
That
but
was a good game.
Had to root for my buddy Murph get a state championship.
A lot of local teams. Moreau Forsyth, they lost pretty big, but two Central State Hate football teams won a championship again.
State championships, yep. And I was talking to my buddy Murph, and how we talk about stability in a program, which Lincoln basketball has, but Murph told me that same 4 guys coaching that football team for 21 years over at Wilmington. So hats off to them. Get themselves a state championship.
Yeah. All right. Well, our time is done. The big dogs are about to take over.
The first band's over. We've been booed off the stage.
The opening act.
They're going to bring in a bigger table with a bigger drum set with some bigger speakers.
A better buffet of food.
Oh, yeah. It's all going to be looking real good now when these guys come in. Better microphones.
Yeah.
They'll sound better.
They'll have music.
They've got a thing on the camera that makes them look better. Yeah. It's just how it works. We understand.
They're going to have intro music. And,
oh, yeah.
Santa Claus, and the prizes are going to be flying out the door.
Not, he says.
Next week, we're at P&M Communications. You can always catch anything that we do on Channel 5 as well as online at WLCNonline.com. All your Railer basketball games.
Thanks to the IGA for having us today.
IGA, get on out here. They got some good prizes out here.
Good prizes, and they've got some good products to buy out here.
Yeah.
Well priced.
Yeah, they got
products.
some cotton candy. Fluffy stuffed cotton candy, 99 cents. Kids love it.
Guy can't get enough of that. That's strawberry blue raz.
Yep, some Bob's mini candy canes for $1.99. It's on sale.
Well, the odds are
that's just a bag of sugar.
What are the odds of that?
It's a bag of diabetes right there.
Strawberry blue raz. I might make you eat this and go somewhere.
No, you're not. Oh, a big 10-pound
now
Hershey
that's
bar.
good.
That's probably about $45 right there.
What's that going for, Jim?
Jeez.
Might like to have that.
5 pounds of chocolate.
5 pounds. Here comes some more prizes.
What would you do with 5 pounds of chocolate?
I would love it. Get some coffee, maybe a little wine.
That's
and just eat
one
chocolate
big
all day.
s'more right there.
Let that stuff go.
Yeah. Well, Joe, we'll see you in that. You going to the game tonight?
Absolutely.
All right, Lincoln.
On the go with Joe later on.
On the go with Joe. So tune in pregame. If you want to get interviewed, just look for Joe. He'll have a mic walking around, and he will do a dance for you. You want to do it right now?
Be very nice and tell us a little something about yourself.
Yeah.
Always be nice, though, right, Jim? Santa's just around the corner.
Santa is here somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but he's here. But tune in tonight.
How you doing, George?
On the radio, 96.3 FM, where you can listen online at WLCNonline.com for the broadcast. Pre-game's going to start about 20 minutes before tip-off. Jacksonville, Lincoln, supposed to tip off at 7:30. Don't know. It might be pushed back, so just stay tuned. They'll have play-by-play. That's Jeff Benjamin, Josh Komnick, your voice of the Railers, and Lloyd will be filming, right? Yeah, you'll have a good film tonight. I filmed last Saturday, and I probably missed some stuff, so I hope I hit record.
We've already talked about it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so, tune in tonight for the Railer game. Stay tuned. Jim and Jeff number 2 are going to be taking over, so they'll have all your prizes and all that good stuff. They'll have more information for you than we do. So
there you go.
All right, that's it for us. You've been listening to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM.
Good day.
Good day.